It is 11:01 and we're going to go ahead and get started. Now, before we do, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Val and I'm an educator or a gallery interpreter at the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles County. And this program is Storytime Live. So to let you know, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be reading a story. And it's a story very near and dear to my heart. It's about a kind of creature that I love quite a bit. My earrings might be a little bit of a giveaway about what kind of animal we're going to be talking about. And the program, Storytime Live, is going to be about 15 minutes long. But I do want to let you know if at any point you get disconnected or something comes up and you need to step away, please don't worry. The video will be recorded and then posted on our Facebook later on. So you can rewatch, you can catch up, you can watch it again and again if that's what you want to do. Also, I want to let you know I'm going to be asking questions throughout the book that I'm reading today. And you can feel free to answer those questions in the comment section on this video, or if you want to just answer out loud in your own home. I can't hear you, but you can definitely answer if that feels like something you want to do. Sometimes it feels good to just shout out an answer if we're so excited about something. So hopefully some of my questions will be exciting enough for you to want to do that. Okay, so the book that we are reading today is a classic. You may be familiar with it. We're going to be reading The Very Busy Spider by Eric Carle. And this is a neat little board book. What I always like to do when I'm starting a book is I like to really take a look at the cover, the front and back. So when we take a look, we can see we've got the title, The Very Busy Spider. We've got the author. And then we've got the image on the front. So we can see we've got a spider. And what is a spider? How do we recognize a spider when we see one? Well, we can tell this is a spider and not a bug because it's got two body parts. The head is the cephalothorax and the body is the abdomen. So let's say that again. Cephalothorax, abdomen. Very good. And a spider is going to have some eyes. Now, this spider on our cover looks to me in the drawing like this spider has two eyes. So it looks kind of like 1, 2 right here. And some spiders do have eyes, have two eyes. Some have 8 or more, some have none. And while spiders have eyes, for the most part, they don't see very well necessarily. But every spider family has a different eye pattern, and we use that eye pattern to help figure out what kind of spider is what. I have a little model of a jumping spider. This is not a real spider. This is just a model, but you can see on this one those big pretty eyes, right? And the neat thing about a jumping spider is that the eyes go almost all the way around the head. So you can see there's little tiny eyes over here in the front and all the way around as well. So jumping spider is a kind of spider. Again, the abdomen, the cephalothorax, the eyes, and 8 little legs. The jumping spider is different than the kind of spider in this book. This one is spinning a web, and we can see her web on the cover as well. It's kind of a shape. What kind of shapes do we see here? I see straight lines, and I see kind of a circular pattern around her. So this is going to be an orb web, an orb weaving spider. Now on the back of this book, we can see there's a little more text that says, "Pictures to feel as well as to see while you hear or read the story." Now, since I'm reading this to you on a video, you can't feel the book, but I will feel some of the pages and I'll tell you what I feel. I'm also probably going to ask you a little bit about what certain things feel like. So you can use your imagination, you can use your memory, and again, you can answer questions in the comment section, or if you just want to shout out loud, please feel free to do that too. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with Eric Carle's The Very Busy Spider. So we can see our inside cover, Eric Carle, The Very Busy Spider. And we can see we've got this line here going across. And when I touch it, I can feel it raised on the page, just a little tiny bit. We've also got this beautiful sun just peeking out just a tiny little bit. Okay. So let's start. Early one morning, the wind blew a spider across the field. A thin, silky thread trailed from her body. The spider landed on a fence post near a farmyard and began to spin a web with her silky thread. So if I touch the page, I can feel that silky thread. So silky, what does silk feel like? Is it rough? No, it's generally pretty soft, right? Like a really, really soft scarf might be made out of silk. Can you touch your cheek? Really soft like silk? Good job. Spider silk is actually very, very strong. So while it is very soft and gentle, it's also very strong. It's kind of neat that it can be both. And the spider landed on a fence post by that farmyard. So we can see we've got a rectangle shape with 4 sides. Can we count them? 1, 2, 3, 4. And that silk is here. She took it across here. And now our little spider, who I can feel on the page, is right there. So this first bit of silk that she puts across in a spider web, that's called the bridge thread. It's the first piece she's going to put down, and it's really, really strong because it's going to support the rest of her web. So she started in that frame of the fence post. And what do we think is going to happen next? "Nay, nay," said the horse. "Want to go for a ride?" But the spider didn't answer. She was very busy spinning her web. So we've got a horse. This is a great big horse. It's a lot bigger than that spider, right? And if I touch the page, I can't feel the horse, but I can feel whatever this is. What do we think that might be? Now our spider over here in our frame in the fence post, she's got her bridge thread and she's built more. She's so busy. So she put down anchor lines. So she's starting to build that web, bridge and anchor lines. Very cool. We can see those colors on that spider that I can feel on the page. Her 8 legs, her 2 body parts. She's very busy. Do we think she's going to be left alone? Maybe, maybe not. "Moo, moo," said the cow. "Want to eat some grass?" But the spider didn't answer. She was very busy spinning her web. She doesn't want to eat grass with that cow, right? Maybe we want to start thinking about what spiders do like to eat. We can think about that as we keep reading. But we can see in her frame of the fence post, she's got the bridge line, the anchor line, and some anchor points where those anchor lines are connected to the frame. She's very busy. Do you think she's going to be left alone? Nah, probably not. "Bah, bah," bleated the sheep. "Want to run in the meadow?" But the spider didn't answer. She was very busy spinning her web. She does not want to run in a meadow with that sheep, right? If I feel the page, I can't feel the sheep. It's not raised at all. But again, this is. Does it look like a little sheep? No. I don't know. You got to keep thinking about what that is. Now back to the spider. If I feel on the page, I can feel the silk, I can feel the spider. She's got her bridge, her anchor lines, and her anchor points, and she's starting to build framing as well, where those anchor lines are connected. She's very busy. Do we think she's going to be left alone? Nah. "Ma, ma," said the goat. "Want to jump on the rocks?" But the spider didn't answer. She was very busy spinning her web. She doesn't have time for that goat, right? She's got the bridge line, the anchor points, and the framing. And now we can see she's got straight lines coming out from the center. Those are radials. And she's moving towards the center now, very busy. If I feel the page, I can't feel the goat. It's not raised at all. That is that little mystery critter that's still on every page. The silk is raised, the spider is raised right there in the center of her web. Is she done? I don't know. Oink, oink, grunted the pig. Want to roll in the mud? But the spider didn't answer. She was very busy spinning her web. And we can see how much of that web is already built because she is so very busy. Now she's got the bridge, the anchor, the frame, the radials, and in the very center there, starting from the center and working her way out, she's starting to build a spiral. A spiral has a shape. It's not square, it's not triangular, it's like a circle that gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Can you draw a spiral in the air in front of you that gets bigger and bigger and bigger? It's out of the frame for me. Very good. So she's building that spiral in the center of her web. If I feel the page, I can't feel the pig. I feel that little mystery critter there, again, on every page. Sneaky little critter. And I can feel the silk, and I can feel the spider. Do we think she's all done? Is she going to be left alone to just build her spiral? Probably not. Woof, woof, barked the dog. Want to chase a cat? The spider didn't answer. She was very busy spinning her web. She does not want to chase. Do we think that spider, that little teeny tiny spider, wants to chase a cat? No, not today, dog. So we can see that the spider is building that spiral bigger and bigger all the way out. She's so busy. If I touch the page, I can't feel the dog. I do feel this little tiny thing, which definitely looks like it has wings, whatever that might be. I can feel the spider silk and our busy little spider. Is she all done now? I don't know. Meow, meow, cried the cat. Want to take a nap? But the spider didn't answer. She was very busy spinning her web. She doesn't want to take a nap with the cat. That's okay. The cat asked very nicely. If I touch the page, I can't feel the cat. I can feel that little winged creature again. I can feel the spider silk, that spiral bigger and bigger and bigger all the way out from the center, and our busy little spider. Quack, quack, called the duck. Want to go for a swim? The spider didn't answer. She had now finished her web. How exciting. The web is finally finished. She's been so busy, and now she's done it, which is really cool. And we can see all those structures. That spiral started in the center, and it worked all the way out to the edges. So she's all done. And where is our spider? Can we find her? On the screen, point to where the spider's at. Yeah, she's right up here in the corner on top of the bridge line. So is she all done? She just made it? Let's find out what happens next. Cock-a-doodle-doo, crowed the rooster. Want to catch a pesky fly? So now we know what that little bug is. It's a fly. And that rooster definitely wants to catch that fly. Do we think the spider wants to do this with the rooster? Maybe. The spider caught the fly in her web just like that. So she built that web and then immediately caught a fly in it. And we can see she's moved out from the corner, she's back in the web, and she is right next to that fly. Now, how did the fly get caught in the web? Well, might have to do with what the spider web feels like. Have you ever touched or walked into a spider web on accident? It's pretty sticky, right? So parts of the spider web, the silk, are really, really sticky. Other parts aren't sticky, and that's what the spider walks on when she's building it and moving around in it. But that sticky spider silk catches the fly. And why does she want to catch a fly? Do you know? Say it out loud if you know. Yeah, it's her favorite food, right? Spiders like to eat bugs. Do you have a favorite food? I know I do. I really like quesadillas. I eat a lot of quesadillas. That's my favorite food. Not bugs, because I'm not a spider. Some people eat bugs. Yeah. All right, so we've got that spider in her web with the fly. Very exciting. We're almost done. The last page. "Who, who?" asked the owl. "Who built this beautiful web?" The spider didn't answer. She had fallen asleep. It had been a very busy day. I really love this page. I think this is beautiful. Our book has been mostly in the daytime because we had the sun rising at the start, and now here at the end, the sky is dark. There are stars. We've got an owl, and owls are awake at night, so they're nocturnal. And our spider in her web, she had a very busy day. She had a big meal. And now she's up here in the corner, fast asleep. And that is the story of the very busy spider. Now, what I really like about this book is that all of those other animals came over to the spider and saw her as a friend. They all wanted to ask her to do things that we do with our friends, right? Go for a swim, go for a run, maybe take a nap, right? So that's really sweet that they saw her as a friend and they politely asked her if she wanted to do things. She was too busy to do any of that stuff, but I think that's nice. And some people look at spiders and think of them as friends. Other times people look at spiders and think they're kind of scary. And I understand that. Sometimes if we don't know a lot about something, we might be afraid of it. I'm going to challenge you, though, the next time you go for a walk outside or you're in your yard, take a look around and see if you can find any spider webs. This time of year is really exciting because there's spider webs all over the place. You also might find some little jumping spiders, like the model I showed you. So if you see a spider or a spider web, here's the challenge. Give it its space. You don't want to scare it. But go ahead and look at that web or that spider and say, "Thanks, spider," or "Good job, spider." Because what we learned from the very busy spider is it takes a lot of work to build a web. All right. Well, that is going to wrap up Storytime Live. Again, my name is Val, and I work at the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles County. I hope that you enjoyed our story today, and I hope that you join us next time for another Storytime Live. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye-bye.